This Future Cities Africa episode is presented by Wesgro, the official tourism, trade and investment promotion agency for Cape Town and the Western Cape. Lisa Jansen, Green Economy Investment and Finance Liaison at Wesgro and GreenCape, and Jarrod Lyons, Business Development Executive at Atlantis Special Economic Zone for Green Technologies, are my guests today. We discuss attracting investment into the green economy and the Atlantis Special Economic Zone. Lisa, Jarrod, welcome. Lisa, can you give us a bit of background into your role within the green economy sector?
My name is Lisa Jansen. I'm the Green Economy Finance and Investment Liaison for both GreenCape and Wesgro, the official tourism, trade and investment promotion agency for Cape Town and the Western Cape. And my primary role is to attract and assist green economy investments into the Western Cape, be it international or local investors, as well as businesses looking to expand. And my particular role is a manifestation of the collaboration between GreenCape and Wesgro, and that's looking at combining the deep sector intelligence on the GreenCape side with the broader investment promotion ecosystem here present in Cape Town and the Western Cape.
And Lisa, can you give us some insight into who GreenCape is?
GreenCape is a non-profit organization. We're looking to drive the uptake of economically viable green economy here in South Africa, not just Western Cape and Cape Town, but in South Africa, looking at solutions at a national and international level. We work with businesses, investors, academia, and governments to really help unlock those investments and employment potentials around green technologies and services. And of course, to support a transition to a resilient green economy. GreenCape was established in 2010. And since then, we've assisted with over 42 billion rands worth of green economy investments, just over 19,000 local jobs, and we have a membership of over 2,500 members. GreenCape is also the first African cleantech cluster member of the International Cleantech Network. And the International Cleantech Network is an organization of 19 clusters around the world that, just like GreenCape, supporting that transition to a green economy.
Thanks, Lisa. You've mentioned the investment promotion ecosystem supporting the green economy. Tell us about the green economy hub players, who they are, and why it is so important to have these relationships in place.
So, Dan, within the Cape Town and the Western Cape with regards to green economy support, this ecosystem includes not only GreenCape and Wesgro, but we've also got Atlantis SEZ, South Africa's national investment promotion agency. We've also got the Atlantis SEZ one-stop shop. This is located in Cape Town CBD. The one-stop shop is an effective collaboration space with over 14 government regulators available to fast-track investments and provide regulatory support. And of course, there's the Western Cape government, the City of Cape Town's Invest Cape Town team. It's a great example of how municipalities work together, driving investment efficiency on various development approvals or locating an investment. There's also the Saldanha Bay IBZ, which focuses on oil and gas manufacturing. And of course, the key manufacturing node for green tech products here in Cape Town, Atlantis Special Economic Zone. Just to also make mention of the Western Cape's financial sector and it being stable and well regarded. So as the green economy becomes more prominent, it's really important that the financial muscle will allow the region to be responsive to emerging opportunities, such as green hydrogen, which is most definitely an area the team is investigating in depth as an opportunity for Cape Town and the Western Cape.
And Lisa, are there any online resources available that can help investors who are interested in looking into the green economy sector in South Africa?
Absolutely. GreenCape has recently published their 2022 market intelligence reports. These are available on the GreenCape website, greencape.co.za. And I'd strongly urge anyone looking to invest in South Africa's green economy or local players wanting to get a better understanding of the investment landscape to have a look at these. They're in the areas of utility scale renewable energy, renewable energy services covering small-scale embedded generation as well as battery storage, electric mobility, water, sustainable agriculture, and circular economy. It would probably be a good idea to read 2021's versions too. They are also available online. It does just help to give a little bit of context of what happened last year and then be able to build on that with what we foresee are the investment opportunities and employment opportunities going forward for 2022.
Jarrod, can you give us some insights into your role at the Atlantis Special Economic Zone for Green Technologies?
Thanks, Dan. My name is Jarrod Lyons, and I represent the Atlantis Special Economic Zone for Green Technology Manufacturing. I head up the Business Development Unit, which is responsible for attracting investment into the zone, as well as the marketing function as well, developing collateral and getting the message up to both domestic and a foreign audience who has interest in green technology manufacturing.
Jarrod, can you tell me more about green technology specifically and where the world is going with it?
Green technology or clean technology or clean tech or green tech is pretty much the same thing this day. It's really technology which promotes the growth of the green economy. By way of simple example, it's a solar panel or a wind turbine. We take it a little bit further than that, and we try and explore value chains associated to each of those technologies. So, for example, again, a solar panel is made up of multiple components, one of them being aluminium channeling, which sandwiches two glass panels together with a silicone wafer in between. We look at trying to land the aluminium extruder, for example, the company that has the abilities to extrude aluminium trunking, which creates that sandwich of glass. And that, for example, is not necessarily a green technology, but it is very much important to creation of that solar panel, right, to the assembly of that solar panel. The same can be said on the wind turbine side, wind blades or nacelles, the generators, or the towers. None of those things as standalone items are necessarily green, but they contribute to the value chain of it being green. Clean tech is the same. Green tech is the same. These are just abbreviations of the technology. So green technology really promotes the growth of a green economy, like I said earlier. And a green economy can be defined as a low carbon, resource efficient, and socially inclusive economy. So implementing these green technologies really bodes well for the growth of those three aspects.
Thanks, Jarrod. Exactly how is green tech relevant to the South African economy?
Well, right now there is a very large-scale procurement program at play called the Renewable Energy Independent Power Producer Procurement Program, or the REAP for short. This REAP requires this green technology to be implemented to generate power. So again, very simplistically, people need to build wind farms, they need to build solar farms, but they need the various components associated to those wind farms and solar farms to be manufactured somewhere. And the best suited location for that manufacturing process, in our view, obviously, is the Atlantis Special Economic Zone. You know, with this significantly sized program in the South African economy, it really does bode well as far as an investment opportunity is concerned. So, you know, you could have investors in the actual projects themselves, but then you can have investors establish themselves as manufacturing concerns, again, in the SEZ company, Atlantis Special Economic Zone.
And Jarrod, what exactly is the Atlantis Special Economic Zone, and how is the company a breakthrough for the Western Cape, given the green themes that you've mentioned before?
A little bit more on the Atlantis Special Economic Zone. We are essentially an industrial park or an eco-industrial park, which houses manufacturers who are seeking a green footprint, per se. So firstly, we look for manufacturers that manufacture green technologies. And secondly, we look for manufacturers who would like to manufacture their product in the greenest way possible. So we walk along with them, holding their hand on a journey of trying to make their manufacturing practices and activities more sustainable. So the Atlantis Special Economic Zone company, which is in charge of operating the Atlantis Special Economic Zone, is an entity of the Western Cape government. So we're fully funded from an operational point of view by the Western Cape government. But we also aim to generate revenue from lease agreements with these green technology manufacturers. All special economic zones are a priority of national government. Our special economic zone is really a priority of all three tiers of government. So national government in the form of DTIC administers the program or has developed the program, the SEZ program. The Western Cape government, as you alluded to earlier, provides us with our operational expenditure. And the city of Cape Town is an actual shareholder in our company, and they've provided us with the land upon which we can build factories which house these green technology manufacturers. So the idea is that special economic zones draw down on a very special fund called the SEZ fund. That fund is in place for only SEZ operators to draw down on. And what I mean by that is we can apply to them for specific amounts of money to develop infrastructure for these manufacturers to land upon. So you have to really do two things when you build an industrial park. You have to provide the infrastructure upon which a factory can locate, and then you have to provide the factory within which a green technology manufacturer can locate. So the SEZ fund aims to achieve both of these, and the SEZ company aims to tap into the SEZ fund to achieve both of these on behalf of the investor who needs to land inside of that top structure. So how does all of this eco-industrial park initiative work really? I've explained to you how we draw down on the national infrastructure monies available to us called the SEZ fund. But our special economic zone is obviously different to all these other special economic zones who have that same mechanism at their disposal. And ours is different because we are trying to create a living lab approach to doing business. So I mentioned earlier that we were trying to locate green technology manufacturers, and we're trying to locate manufacturers who are trying to abide by the most sustainable principles as far as manufacturing is concerned. So we provide solar power or renewable energy rather to all of our tenants by installing solar panels on the rooftops of these top structures that are built. And we also provide a level of energy security through an energy storage mechanism, whether it be lithium batteries or redox flow batteries. But these things are designed into the actual facilities which we provide to our manufacturers. So we're really trying to position ourselves as an SEZ, or as an eco-industrial park, as a world leader in the green SEZ space. We are considered to be the first green technology special economic zone in Africa, and we would like to make sure that we stay ahead of the pack in that regard. So if we maintain our greenness and we maintain our sustainable footprint, we can far sooner attract manufacturers which are locally based or based in South Africa who want to service an EU market, for example, because EU markets demand that goods and services are manufactured in the most sustainable manner.
Lisa, Jarrod, what exactly is the relationship and synergy between Wesgro, GreenCape, and the Atlantis Special Economic Zone?
So Dan, within that green economy ecosystem, with me being a shared resource between Wesgro and GreenCape, and of course Jarrod in Atlantis Special Economic Zone, we look at the three entities really coming together and assisting each other with the investment promotion activities with the common goal, of course, promoting green tech manufacturing and driving green economy in the region. It really is a case of looking at a collaborative effort between all three entities. Dan, just in closing, if you are an investor or business interested in green economy opportunities here in Cape Town and the Western Cape, please do reach out to me as your first port of call. I will be able to draw on the combined institutional capabilities of Wesgro and GreenCape, as well as the fuller ecosystem here in the Western Cape of Invest SA, the one-stop shop, the Western Cape government, City of Cape Town, the Saldanha Bay IDZ, and of course the Atlantis Special Economic Zone, to really provide guidance and support particularly in these target green sectors here in Cape Town and the Western Cape.
Thanks, Lisa. Yeah. So how does this really affect the Atlantis Special Economic Zone directly? So we're a small team and we have big ambitions, but we are embedded in this ecosystem which Lisa speaks about. So we consider the ecosystem to be an extension of our team. We lean on GreenCape's expertise in the market intelligence space to make sure that when we pitch to manufacturers who are looking for a location to locate themselves, we have the right message going across to them. And GreenCape is really world class in terms of its market intelligence, which it produces. And by me being able to provide that information to our prospective investors, it really does showcase that this region is working well together. So we never approach an investor and say that the Atlantis Special Economic Zone thinks A, B, C, D. Obviously we do, but we have to explain why we think that. And the reason we think that is because we have this special purpose vehicle funded by the Western Cape government and the city of Cape Town, which provides us with this market intelligence, which we can use to craft quite a nice value proposition for a very specific investor, which we target. In addition to this amazing work that we get from GreenCape, or this amazing output we get from GreenCape, Wesgro really does allow us, or provide us rather, with capacity when reaching out to foreign markets. So we lean on the expertise of Wesgro as far as targeting specific companies in a specific location around the world, whether it be China, the European Union, or America. And Wesgro provides us with good research and good intel, which explains to us which of these locations or companies in these locations have the desire almost to invest in Africa. So working together really does formulate quite a well-planned targeting methodology. And Lisa and I, as individuals, work very closely together to hunt out specific investors which we deem to be fit for the Western Cape and the growth of the green economy therein.
Lisa, Jarrod, in closing, what are we currently not getting right, and what more needs to fall into place for the green economy and green technologies to really accelerate exponentially?
That's one of the areas that GreenCape is paying particular focus to, and that is looking at how do we get these projects off the ground. A lot of our focus is economically viable green tech projects. There does seem to still be a gap with regards to that venture capital financing, and certainly right now we are currently addressing that internally at GreenCape to look at how do we finance the green tech sector.
Thanks, Lisa. What's interesting is that us as the Atlantis Special Economic Zone are finding exactly that. Our smaller, for lack of a better phrase, investors that we are approaching or targeting, or who have approached us, often come with a working capital shortfall. And we're finding that it's very difficult for these SMEs or green tech manufacturers to raise this, or rather to approach the Special Economic Zone as a fully fledged entity just ready to service a lease. So exactly what Lisa's saying is exactly what we're finding. Then conversely, though, you do have multinationals, because SEZs are put in place to attract foreign direct investment, FDI. And these multinationals who are exploring our location as a destination, and this isn't just the Atlantis Special Economic Zone, this is countrywide, are looking for very specific clarity and certainty around certain policies which our national governments have put in place. So if we want to see acceleration within the green technology manufacturing space, what we really do need to see is a level of certainty from the policymakers around, procurement rounds on the REAP, for example. But ultimately, we've seen that investors' confidence has been shaken quite significantly over the past few years, especially with the REAP entering a 2.5-year, which grew almost into a 4-year hiatus, and no contracting was possible in that period, which meant that all green tech manufacturers who had already located themselves here had no ability to sell their products because there was no market to sell to, And I think that really has left a scar in our green tech ecosystem or green tech value proposition. So what we're trying to do, all three entities, as well as the City of Cape Town and the Western Cape government, is to revitalize that confidence which investors need in order to make these investment decisions, and then obviously grow the green technology manufacturing space.
A big thank you to Lisa Jansen, Green Economy Investment and Finance Liaison at Wesgro and GreenCape, and Jarrod Lyons, Business Development Executive at Atlantis Special Economic Zone for Green Technologies, for such an insightful conversation around attracting investment into the green economy and the Atlantis Special Economic Zone.